Cold in the block, but the rise in my chest keeps showing. Pressure in the steel, but the heat in my tongue keeps flowing. Night on my back, but the glow in my step keeps growing. Shadow in the gate, but the warmth in my bones keeps knowing. Cold tries calling, but the rise in my soul keeps going. Frost in the air, but the heat in my core keeps glowing. Warm line breath under the neon wall path, glow in my chest like a midnight craft. Heat in my step when the frost blows past, rise in my tone when the shadows draft. Falling like spark when the steel turns fast, glow in my bones when the cold won't last. Heat in my voice when the night holds fast. Cold in the gate, but the warmth in my stand stays steady. Night in the air, but the glow in my mind stays ready. Pressure in the block, but the rise in my tone feels heavy. Frost in the path, but the heat in my chest feels steady. Shadow in the rail, but the glow in my breath feels heady. Cold tries freezing, but the warmth in my bones says steady. Night tries closing, but the rise in my soul says ready. Warm line breath under the neon wall path, glow in my chest like a midnight craft. Heat in my step when the frost blows past, rise in my tone when the shadows draft. One light spark when the steel turns fast, glow in my bones when the cold won't last. Heat in my voice when the night holds fast. Cold tries creeping, but the warmth in my stride keeps bending. Night tries pulling, but the glow in my eyes keeps sending. Pressure in the block, but the rise in my will keeps trending. Frost in the gate, but the heat in my core keeps blending. Shadow in the rail, but the warmth in my breath keeps lending. Cold in the air, but the glow in my chest keeps mending. Night in the path, but the rise in my soul keeps sending. Warm line breath under the neon wall path, glow in my chest like a midnight craft. Heat in my step when the frost blows past, rise in my tone when the shadows draft. One light spark when the steel turns fast, glow in my bones when the cold won't last. Heat in my voice when the night holds fast. Cold in the block, but the warmth in my breath keeps climbing. Night in the gate, but the glow in my chest keeps timing. Pressure in the steel, but the rise in my tone keeps grinding. Frost in the air, but the heat in my bones keeps shining. Shadow in the path, but the warmth in my voice keeps minding. Cold tries freezing, but the glow in my soul keeps finding. Night tries closing, but the rise in my core keeps grinding. Warm line breath under the neon wall path, glow in my chest like a midnight craft. Heat in my step when the frost blows past, rise in my tone when the shadows draft. Warm light spark when the steel turns fast, glow in my bones when the cold won't last. Heat in my voice when the night holds fast. Cold on the rail, but the warmth in my name keeps burning. Night on the gate, but the glow in my step keeps tending. Pressure in the block, but the rise in my soul keeps learning. Frost in the air, but the heat in my bones keeps earning. Shadow in the path, but the glow in my breath keeps churning. Cold in the block, but the warmth in my chest keeps turning. Night Night in the gate, but the rise in my core keeps yearning. Warmline breath under the neon wall path, glow in my chest like a midnight craft. Heat in my step when the frost blows past, rise in my tone when the shadows draft. Flowing light spark when the steel turns fast, glow in my bones when the cold won't last. Heat in my voice when the night holds fast. Cold on the rail, but the warmth in my name keeps burning. Night in the tape, but the glow in my step keeps turning. Pressure in the block, but the rise in my soul keeps burning. Frost in the air, but the heat in my bones keeps turning. Shadow in the road, but the glow in my breath keeps turning. Cold in the block, but the warmth in my chest keeps turning. Night in the gate, but the rise in my core keeps yearning.